In this lecture, I am going to consider different kind of weighting schemes for documents. First of all, we will go through the document representation and then TF-IDF based scheme, then some extension of TF-IDF and BM25, BM25F based techniques. So first of all, we will go through the document representation. Actually, here we will go through the document vector representation and sentence vector representation. In document vector representation, we represent document as a matrix where each row represents a document and each column represents a term. For example, in this document D1, there this sentence like I did enact Julius Caesar, I was killed if the Capitol those killed me, like that. Similarly, document D2 contains some sentences. So we can first convert the document D1 like I frequency of occurrence 2, like that, did frequency of occurrence only 1, and then enact, next word is enact frequency of occurrence 1, Julius frequency of occurrence 1, and like that. Similarly, we can represent the document D2 like that, and after that we will prepare a matrix where the row will represent the document D1 and column will represent the words. For example, I, 2 and then did, 1, like that. Another is the sentence vector representation. In sentence vector representation, we again apply the matrix representation of document, but here each row represents a sentence and each column represents a term. Now, the TF-IDF weighting. TF-IDF weighting, actually the problem is some word in a document shows very high frequency, some show very low frequency, and some highly frequent word, it is not always necessary that those always highly frequent words are important. So how to identify the importance of those words? The main thing is the highly important word generally may not occur in a huge amount of documents, or it may occur in less amount of documents, but frequent or noisy word generally occurs in most of the documents. The TF-IDF weighting scheme actually covers this concept, that it covers the frequency of term in the document and frequency of the and other documents, count of other documents which contains that term. Means if other documents, majority of other documents contains that term, if such terms may be frequent or maybe noisy or maybe less useful for document related computation task. So TF-IDF is equal to term frequency into inverse document frequency, where TF-IDF TD represents the weight assigned to term T in document D. Here and TF TD means frequency of term T in document D. Similarly, IDF T is equal to number of documents containing the term T. Some important points: the highest when term T occurs many times within a small number of documents, thus leading high discriminating power to those documents. And value of TF-IDF will be lower when the term occurs fewer times in a document or occurs many documents or occur in many documents, thus the offering a less pronounced relevance signal. It will be lowest when the term occur in virtually all documents. For example, suppose terms like most of the noisy word or stop words generally occur in most of the documents. But we generally filter the stop words, but some noisy word may be occur in a lot of documents. It is not possible to find such word. Now the variants of TF-IDF based functions. TF-IDF, first is the maximum TF term frequency normalization. In this case, we normalize the term frequency in any document D by dividing the highly frequent word by dividing the frequency of highly frequent word in that document. It normalizes the term frequency weight of all terms occurring in the document by maximum TF in that document. For each document D, let term frequency D is equal to maximum term frequency, where T ranges over all the terms in the document. Then we compute the normalized term frequency for each term T in the document by A plus 1 minus A into term frequency of term T in the document divided by maximum frequency of any term in the document. Actually, A is a value between 0 and 1 and is generally set to 0.4, although some early work used the value. The term A is a smoothing term whose role is to dump the contribution of second term, which may be viewed as a scaling down to TF by largest frequency value. Actually, such kind of division makes the normalize the term frequency so that it can lies between 0 and 1. The maximum term frequency normalization does suffer from the following issues. First is the method is unstable in the following sense. A change in the stop word list can dramatically alter the term weighting and therefore ranking, and thus it is hard to tune. Means it is tough to set the value for A in that case. Second, a document may contain an outlier term with unusually large number of occurrences of that term, not representative of the content of that document. It cannot identify the importance of such term or level of impurity of such term in the document. More generally, a document in which the most frequent term appears roughly as often as other terms should be treated differently from one with a more skewed distribution. Another variation of TF-IDF function is the sublinear TF scaling. It seems unlikely that 20 occurrences of a term in a document truly carries 20 times the significance of a single occurrence. A common modification is to use the instead of logarithm of the term frequency, which assigns a weight given by 1 plus log value of TF, term frequency of term T in document D, if term frequency of term D in document D is greater than 0. Now the TF-IDF scheme can be written as weighted term frequency into IDF of term T. Now BM25. BM25 is generally used to rank the documents on the basis of some query terms. BM25 based scheme. In earlier TF-IDF based system, we generally use the TF-IDF value to identify the importance of word in the document. But now, suppose you are going to fire any query with some keyword or some set of words, like suppose you want to know about text mining. Then it contains two query words. First query word is text and second query word is mining. So now you want to identify the documents or rank the documents which are most relevant to your query words text mining. To identify such kind of thing, we generally use BM25 based scheme. BM25 based scheme is a bag of word based retrieval function which ranks the set of documents based on the average terms appearing in each document. For a given query Q, suppose it contains terms Q1, Q2, Q2 to Qn. The BM25 score of document D will be given as. It also contains two parts. First is IDF of that query term. Instead of using term frequency, we use this FQID. This is QI's term frequency in document D into K1 plus 1. K1 is a constant. K1 and B is a free parameter or a constant divided by FQID is a QI term frequency in document D plus K1 constant term 1 minus B plus B 1 minus B plus B into D divided by average DL. Here mod D is equal to length of document D in number of words. Average DL is equal to average document length in number of words of a text lesson. Actually, K1 and B are free parameters, where K1's value generally ranges from 1.2 to 2.0 and B's value range generally generally taken as a 0.75. Actually, a document may contain huge amount of words. A document may contain 50 words, a document may contain 10 words, a document may contain 50,000 words or 5,000 words. Due to this variation, due to save the quality of results from this variation, BM25 uses average DL, average document length, and divide it to the length of documents, given documents D. And based on the score of BM25, now suppose text and mining two words. For those words, document D1's rank BM25 score is 0.2520, documents D2's rank is 0.30, documents D3's rank is score is 0.25. Then first rank documents will be D2, second rank will be D3, and third rank document will be D1. And document D2 will contain more appropriate information about text mining with respect to document D3 and D1. So this is the process. This is the main use of BM25 based ranking scheme or index or BM25 based calculation. Now BM25 IDF portion. Till now here I discussed about the term frequency part of BM25. Now this is the IDF part. IDF part is also extended. Actually, IDF QI is the inverse document frequency score of query term QI, and it can be given as IDF QI is equal to log capital N, where capital N is the total number of documents in the collection, NQI is the number of documents which contains the query term QI plus 0.5 and divided by NQI plus 0.5. This is for balancing. If terms appears in more than half of the corpus of the documents, then this formula gives some error. This is the major demerits of this formula. Different from traditional TF-IDF, which contains in place of IDF, which contains log base 2 total number of documents divided by number of documents which contains that term. It is extended like this. In place of taking count of documents, it use this part, and in place of just count of documents, it use count of documents plus 0.5. Now we will go through the information theoretic interpretation of IDF part. Suppose a query term Q appears in NQ documents, then a randomly picked document will contain terms with probability NQ divided by N, where N is the cardinality of the set of documents in the collection or number of documents in the collection. The information content of message D can be given as minus log NQ by N is equal to log N by NQ. Similarly, the probability of seeing both Q1 and Q2 in a randomly picked document can be given as minus log NQ1 by N into minus log NQ2 by N is equal to I is equal to 1, summation of I is equal to 1 to 2 log N divided by NQI. This is the, and after that use of this part is just for balancing. Now the major problem with such algorithms are it considers documents as a bag of words, and majority of such things are based on the binary independence model. Binary independence model assumes that documents are binary vectors, that is, only presence or absence of terms in documents are recorded. Terms are independently distributed in a set of relevant documents and irrelevant documents. The representation is an ordered set of Boolean variables. A document is represented by a vector d is equal to like x1 to xn, where xt is equal to 1 if term t is present in the document d and xt is equal to 0 if not present. The independence signifies that terms in the document are considered independently from each other and no association between them is modeled. But in actual text mining or in actual text documents, we cannot take terms independently. This term is related to this term, this term is related to this term also related to this term. Even not directly related, still it contains some influence. Even this document this term may have some influence on this term, even if not directly or adjacent to each other. So majority of BM based model, BM25 or BM25, based model or such kind of probabilistic model neglect such kind of things. These are the major demerits. The probability P R while D is present, P R D Q, that a document is relevant derives from the probability of relevance of the term vector of that document. First, we will discuss some formulas like some descriptions like P x by R is equal to 1 and Q, and P x while R is equal to 0 presents Q is present are the probabilities of retrieving relevant or non-relevant. In this case, relevant documents, and in this case, non-relevant documents respectively. While documents are relevant, while Q is present in the document, and this also represents the term Q is present in the document. Means P x while R is equal to 1 by Q represents arrival of documents when term Q is present in document and document is related to that query term. In this case, P x while R is equal to 0 represents that document is not relevant to query terms while query term present in that document. So, probability of arrival of relevant documents from collection when query term Q is present in the documents can be calculated by using this equation. Here P probability of relevant documents while query term present, and probability of non-relevant documents while query term Q is not present, and it represents that probability of relevant documents, arrival of relevant documents when query term Q is present, probability of non-relevant arrival of non-relevant documents from X while query term Q is present, the sum of both terms will be equal to 1. These are the basic functions, how all the binary independent model or such kind of models work. Additionally, previously we described what are the information theoretic background behind the IDF form. Now this is the extension of that background in case of presence of multiple terms. Earlier we had only one terms, but here we have more than one terms, more than one query terms. So the first thing is to identify whether with the presence of that query term, whether arrived documents or is relevant or non-relevant. If query term not present, whether in that case documents are relevant or non-relevant. So these are the binary independence model which supports the BM25F based BM25's IDF parts calculation process. Means how we can join, we can take multiple query words for calculation of such kind of IDF base. Now the next extension of BM25 is BM25F. Actually, in earlier BM25 base model, we do not give any extra preference to different parts of the document. For example, title may contains most important information in documents. Document's first paragraph may be most important, or document's subtitle may have more important than other simple body text of that document. So to give high importance to such kind of parts, or give different importance to such parts of the document, BM25F based model is developed. Actually, BM25 is an extension of BM25, It gives different importance to terms appears in the body, title and anchor text. For this, it makes the following changes in the term frequency part of the BM25. Now the term frequency part will be sum of XDFT. Earlier it was frequency of term T in document T. Now it adds this F part. F represents whether this term belongs to body, title or anchor text. Means field type. So XFT is the term frequency of term T in the field type F of document T. And BF is the field independent parameter similar to BM25, and LDF is the length of that field, means length of that title, etc. LF is the average length of that type, average length of all titles, or -1. So now the term frequency part will be sum of all these scores for given term T in the document. So it applies such kind of changes. Now a non-linear saturation is applied, that is weight divided by K1 plus weight, where weight indicates the term frequency related features. Now after this linear saturation, the BM25F for query term Q and document D will be X bar DFT divided by K1 plus DFT into IDF into T. So these are the changes here applied, and IDF part is almost same as applied with BM25, where N is the number of documents in the collection and DF is the number of documents where term T appears. Thank you.